Field hockey. Field ice. Field magnet. Field meeting. Field practice. Field preacher. Field telegraph. Field telephone. Field test. Fiendishly. Fiercely. Fierily. Fiery-footed. Fiery hot. Fiery red. FIFA. Fifer. FIFO. Figulet. Figulin. Figurable. Figural. Figurate. Figuratively. Figurehead. Figurette. Figure weaving. Figuring. Fig eater. Filamentation. Filamentos. Filariform. File speck. File dust. Filiality. Filicoid. Filicology. Filiety. Filing card. Filing clerk. Filing copy. Filing machine. Filipina. Filigree. Filibeg. Filling stuff. Filmdom. Filmgoer. Filmize. Filmland. Film cutter. Film producer. Film store. Film story. Film strip. Film test. Philoplume. Filtering machine. Filter paper. Filter passer. Filter tip. Filthily. Filtriable. Filtry. Fimbria. Fimbrial. Fimbriation. Fimbrillet. Finalization. Finalize. Finalization. Financially. Finback. Finding list. Fines. Fine-fingered. Fine-nosed. Fine-pointed. Fine print. Fine scale. Fine spoken. Fine wooled. Fingernail. Finger grass. Finger hold. Finger index. Finger plate. Finishing shul. Finitude. Finlander. Finless. Finlet. Find. Finno-Ugrian. Fin-like. Fin-shaped. Fionnet. Fioritura. Firearm. firecracker, fired dog, fired off, firefighter, firefighting, fire ladder, fireproofness, fire arrow, fire bag, fire bar, fire barrier, fire beacon, fire beetle, fire bell, fire blight, fire boat, fire bolt, fire box, fire department, fire detector, fire door, fire dragon, fire dress, fire drill, fire fish, fire foam, fire grate, fire hazard, fire hole, fire hook, firehouse, fire hunter, fire hunting, fire hydrant, fire kill, fire master, fire net, fire pillar, fire point, fire pot, fire power, fire protective, fire razor, fire red, fire refined, fire refining, fire resistance, fire resistant, fire room, fire shovel, fire station, fire steel, fire teaser, fire tower, fire walk, firewood, fireworks, fire worshipper, firing ground, firing pin, firmer, first hand, first base, first begot, first degree, first finger, first floor, first grade, first lady, first officer, first quarter, first refusal, first up, fiscality, fishbone, fishbowl, fish pond, fish and chips, fish cake, fish culture, fish islands, fish fag, fish finger, fish garth, fish guano, fish hawk, fish house, fish like, fish line, fish manure, fish market, fish meal, fish net, fish oil, fish rearing, fish spear, fish trap, fish warden, fish way, Fishworks. Fishworm. Fisilingual. Fisiparism. Fisiparity. Fisiped. Fisipedia. Fissirostral. Fissuration. Fissured. Fisted. Fistful. Fisticuffler. Fistular. Fistuliform. Fistulose. Fistwise. Fitfully. Fittingly. Fitting out. 5 o'clock shadow. 5-star. Fixated. Fixed point. Fixed-ended. Fizzenless. Feel. Fki. Flab. Flabbily. Flabellinerved. Flabellum. Flaccidness. Flack. Flagellitist. Flagfish. Flagginess. Flagrantly. Flagstation. Flagpole. Flag waving. Flake knife. Flakiness. Flamboyantly. Flame holder. Flameless. Flamen. Flamenco. Flame cells. Flame color. Flame proof. Flame resisting. Flamethrower. Flammability. Flammable. Flammulat. Flanged. Flangeless. Flanger. Flange joint. Flange machine. Flange mounted. Flaperons. Flapperdom. Flapping. Flap covered. Flap door. Flap-eared. Flap hat. Flare bomb. Flaring. Flasher. Flashily. Flashing. Flash lamp. Flashman. Flashover. Flashcard. Flash cube. Flash forward. Flash house. Flatbed. Flatland. Flatling. Flattened. Flattener. Flatterer. Flatty. Flatting. Flatuous. Flatbed. Flatboat. Flat-bottomed. Flat-chested. Flat earther. Flat end. Flat file. Flat flowered. Flat hat. flathead, flat-pedaled, flat plate, flat race, flat rate, flat-sided, flat tile, flat tire, flaunch, flaunting, flavone, flavanol, flavored, flying, flawlessly, fly, flax dresser, flax comb, flax dressing, flesh, flechette, flecky, fledgy, fleeceable, fleecer, fleecily, fleering, fleetingly, fleet-footed, flaming, flashig, fleshing machine, fleshly minded, fleshmonger, flesh-floured, flesh meat, fledge, fletching, flatten, flexibly, flexing, flexitime, flecographic, flecography, flexuosity, flexural, flay, flick, flick-flack, flicker mouse, flightless, flight deck, flight lieutenant, flight path, flight recorder, flight test, flimflammer, flimsily, flinger, flint dried, flint implement, flint pairing, flippantly, flippy, flirtatiousness, flirting, floatability, floating dock, floating moss, floating needle, floating rib, floating vote, floating voter, floaty, float board, float controlled, float needle, float plane, float type, floatway, flocculator, flowberg, flow ice, flogger, flood bank, flooded, flooding, floodlight, floodometer, floodwater, floodway, floodmark, floodplain, floodplain, floorage, floorway, floorboard, floor leader, floor length, Floor manager. Floor plan. Floor show. Floppy. Floptical. Floreal. Florided. Floriation. Floribunda. Floriculous. Floriferous. Floriform. Florigen. Florigenic. Floriparious. Floristic. Floristry. Florus. Fluorspar. Florula. Floscule. Floss flower. Floss silk. Floss yarn. Flouncing. Flour mill. Flowability. Flowage. Flow charting. Flow diagram. Flowed. Flowerfish. Flowerlessness. Flower children. Flower garden. Flower stalk. Flowmeter. Flowstown. Flow chart. Flow off. Flow rate. Flocks. Fluid. Flub. Flubdub. Flubdubery. Flukin. Fluctuant. Fluently. Flueric. Flu cured. Flue dust. Flue pipe. Fluidal. Fluidic. Fluidification. Fluidization. Fluidize. Fluidness. Fluid tight. Flukeworm. Fluming. Fluminous. Flummox. Fluorescein. Fluoridate. Fluoridation. Fluoridization. Fluoridize. Fluoridization. Fluoridize. Fluorimeter. Fluorimetric. Fluorimetry. Fluorocarbon. Fluorographic. Fluorography. Fluoroscope. Fluoroscopy. Fluorspar. Flurried. Flushed. Flusher. Flushing. Flusterate. Flusteration. Fluted. Fluter. Fluting engine. Fluting iron. Fluting plane. Flutterer. Fluttering. Fluttery. Fluviatic. Fluviograph. Fluvioglacial. Fluviomarine. Fluviometer. Fluxation. Flexible. Fluxing. Flux meter. Flyable. Flyback. Flyball. Flying bedstead. Flying buttress. Flying colors. Flying column. Flying doctor. Flying jump. Flying picket. Flying start. Flying tackle. Fly sheet. Flyweight. Fly bill. Flyby. Fly fishing. Fly hook. Fly nut. Fly off. Fly post. Fly posting. Fly powder. Fly sheet. Fly spray. Fly table. Fly whisk. FM. Foamed. Foamer. Foam glass. Foaming. Focused. Fetation. Fogiage. Fogism. Fog alarm. Fog bank. Fog belt. Fog lamp. Fog whistle. Fen. Foiled. Foiler. Foilist. Foin. Foism. Foisonless. Foldability. Foldable. Fold away. Folding. Foliaged. Foliated. Folliculus. Foliolate. Folios. Folium. Folkland. Folkmoot. Folktale. Folk etymology. Folk singer. Folk speech. Folk story. Folkway. Folliculated. Folliculin. Followable. Follow on. Follow through. Follow up. Fondler. Fondling. Fondly. Fondue. Fontanel. Fonticulus. Fontanelle. Foodstuff. Food card. Food chain. Food fish. Food processor. Food vacuole. Foolhardihood. Foolishly. Foolborn. Football pools. Footed. Footgear. Footy. Footlicker. Footloose. Footpeg. footpraying, footwear, footy, footband, foot barracks, foot bath, foot bellows, footboard, foot candle, foot cloth, foot driven, foot iron, foot pound, foot pound second, foot stall, foot stove, foot ton, foot wall, foot webbing, fora, forage cap, forage plant, forage wagon, foraminal, foraminifer, foraminiferal, foraminiferan, foraminiferous, forbiddingly, forebode, forced labor, forcefully, forcer, force feed, forcibly, forcing, forcipulate, fording, forebody, forecaster, foresighted, foredeck, foredue, foreface, forefather, forefeel, forefend, foregut, forehearth, foreignness, foreign built, foreknowable, forelimb, forelook, foremilk, foremother, forenamed, forenight, forensic, foreordainment, forepast, foreperson, foreplay, forerun, forerun, forerunner, forerunnings, foresaid, forescattering, foreseeable, foreseer, foreshadower, foresight, foresightness, force speech, forestage, forestal, forestay, forestland, foresummer, forethoughtfulness, foretop, foretop gallant, foretype, forevermore, forewind, forewing, forement, forementioned, foretopsail, forageability, forgetfully, forging, forgivingly, forgage, forking, forky, forktail, forlornly, forlornness, formable, formally, formant, formatting, formica, formicarian, formidably, forming, formlessly, formulaic, formwork, formal, fornix, forowing, foro-leaved, foro-lobed, first-penned, forthgoing, fortis, fortran, fortuna, fortunately, fortune book, fortune cookie, fortune telling, 45, 49er, 40 winks, forwarding address, forwarding agent, forward-looking, forlift truck, foss, fossilism, fossilist, fossilology, fosterable, foster dam, foster home, fouling, foul-faced, foul-proof, foul-spoken, foul up, foundation course, foundering, founderess, founding father, foundry man, fourchette, Fourierism, Fourierist, fourplex, foursquare, forto, four-color, four-cornered, four-dimensional, four-engined, four-horse, four-legged, four-letter word, four-limbed, fourpence, four-pin, four-place, four-ply, four-pole, four-stage, four-stroke, four-way, foul pest, fox-shib, fox-sleep, fbay, frat, fractionator, frenulum, frenum, frag, fragileness, framboisia, framboise, frameless, frame level, framing, francophone, Franco-American, franking machine, Frankish, Franklinite, frankly, frank-hearted, frank-heartedness, frantically, fraternalism, fraternally, fraudulently, Fräulein. Fraying. Phrase. Freakishly. Freaky. Freckled. Freebie. Free code. Freedom fighter. Free phone. Freeing. Freelance. Freelancer. Freeload. Freeloader. Freenet. Freepost. Freerunning. Frisia. Freestone. Freestyle. Freeway. Freewheel. Frieza. Freezable. Free agent. Free association. Free cutting. Free fall. Free floating. Free flow. Free house. Free kick. Freeload. Freeloader. Free love. Free-minded. Free range. Free-spokeness. Freestanding. Freestyle. Free vote. Freightliner. Freight agent. Frenchism. French Canadian. French chalk. French dressing. French polish. French seam. French window. Frenetically. Frenulum. Frenum. Frenzied. Frenziedly. Freon. Frequentable. Frequently. Frequentness. Frescoer. Fresco painter. Fresco secco. Freshener. Freshet. Fresh run. Fresh blown. Fresh colored. Fresh comer. Fresno. Fretfully. Fretage. Freudianism. Friday. Friarly. Friction band. Friction bearing. Friction brake. Friction clutch. Friction disc. Friction drive. Friction proof. Frigging. Frightening. Frightfully. Frigidarium. Frigidly. Frigorific. Fruitmare. Frisbee. Frisco. Frisker. Frisket. Friskily. Frisson. Frivolously. Frizzy. Frogbit. Froggery. frogging, frog hopper, frog skin, frog suit, frog spawn, frolicness, frondescence, frondiferous, fronds, frontality, fronted, frontogenesis, frontolysis, frontomalar, frontonasal, frontways, front bench, front box, front court, front door, front end, front gate, front man, front of house, front runner, front view, frostbound, frosted, frostily, frost cleft, frostproof, frost sensitive, frother, frothing, froth over, frowns, FRS, fructidor, fructivorous, frugally, fruitlessly, fruit-bearing, fruit body, fruit fly, fruit growing, fruit machine, fruit salad, frustrated, frustrating, fruticulose, fruticulum, fry up, foot, FTP, fusivorous, fuck, fuck all.